Hi there, business owner. Do you want a better understanding of business finance, what your numbers actually mean, and stories of the highs and lows of business, where I'll be sharing my tips and tricks every week? Then you're in the right place. Welcome to the 3Bs podcast with Stephanie. Hello, welcome back to another episode of the 3Bs podcast with Stephanie. How are you doing? I'm your host, Stephanie. Hope you've had a wonderful week. It's been an absolutely crazy week for me here. So I'm recording on location because I'm not in the office, and I really want to talk to you this week about the world of bookkeeping. As you know, I started out my financial career and my entrepreneurial journey as a bookkeeper and accountant. The bookkeeper came first, and it's so important that every business has a bookkeeper, whether they are doing it themselves or they're outsourcing or they have a member of staff they employ. A bookkeeper is absolutely imperative to the success and growth of business if you really want to grow and scale. So I'm going to deep dive into it this week, and I hope you enjoy it. So bookkeeping. What is bookkeeping? So bookkeeping really is the deciding factor whether your business succeeds or not. Effective bookkeeping is like having a compass that guides you through the financial landscape of your business. It's not just about the numbers and the spreadsheets and the software solutions. It's about gaining that clear, concise understanding of your business's financial health, enabling you to make informed decisions with real-time data to back up those business decisions, and staying on top of your financial obligations. I'm going to share 5 reasons why excellent bookkeeping is absolutely imperative in your business. And number 1 is that accurate records help you understand your business's financial health. Now, the financial health of your business is a bit like a jigsaw puzzle. Accurate bookkeeping records are those final missing pieces that help you put it all together. By diligently recording every transaction, tracking the business's income and expenses, assets and liabilities, you gain a deep understanding of how your business is performing financially. So assets are things that the business owns, so things that you can have current assets or fixed assets. Fixed assets are usually plant and machinery, property, things like that. Current assets are cash in the bank, stock, things that change hands more quickly, more frequently within the business. So once you understand the assets, liabilities, income and expenses in the business, you can assess your profit margins, identify areas of high expenses, or pinpoint opportunities for growth and improvement. You've got that data there to see the highs and lows, what's working, what isn't, and it really enables you to make those informed decisions that are going to help you build your business to the 6 figures and beyond that you're aiming for. Now, reason 2 is that your well-maintained books and your bookkeeping for your business provide valuable insights for decision making. Now, it's very similar to number 1, and you're going to understand, you'll see in this podcast that all 5 of these reasons all interlink, because it really is just the final missing piece of your business. Effective bookkeeping goes beyond simply recording financial transactions, your ins and outs. It really is a goldmine of information that can guide your decision-making process. By reviewing your financial records, you can identify trends, patterns, and opportunities that may otherwise go unnoticed. It also helps you to answer critical questions, like which products or services are the most profitable for me, or are certain expenses eating into your profit margin and are actually running at a loss. Now, once you have all that valuable data and you're making those decisions, not only does it give you clarity and a true understanding of what's working and what's not in your business, it also gives you confidence, because you're not taking a punt at something, you're not making a guess, taking a stab in the dark when you're making these business decisions. You're using data which gives you confidence in your decisions, especially if you're a sole director or you're an entrepreneur. You don't have anybody else to sense check your ideas or your decisions that you're making. So having that backup really helps give you confidence in the decisions that you're making, enabling you to go full steam ahead rather than just dipping your toe in the water. Now, number 3 is that having organised financial data simplifies tax preparation and auditing. So tax season can be daunting for many business owners, and what often happens is they leave it to the very last minute, which adds even more stress and pressure, which really is not necessary. Having effective bookkeeping turns it into a much smoother process. By maintaining organised financial records throughout the tax year, you have all the necessary information at your fingertips when it's time to file your accounts. Now, if you are a sole trader and it's a personal tax, then the minute the 6th of April arrives and you're in the new tax year, you should already have 12 months of data. You don't need to be waiting until January the following year, stressing out about your tax allowances. It also means that you can easily calculate and report your income, claim deductions, and comply with tax regulations that the HMRC require. Now, if you're a limited company and have an accountant that prepares your year end, not only will it be a much smoother process and you won't be waiting until the last moment, your fees will be drastically reduced because the bookkeeping's already been completed to an excellent standard and is up to date. So the accountants have less work to do in order to bring your accounts ready to compile those end of year accounts and reports. Now, number 4 is very much like number 3, and that is that bookkeeping ensures compliance with the financial regulations that have been set. So every business operates within a framework of financial regulations. So whether it's the HMRC or Companies House, effective bookkeeping is your secret weapon for staying compliant and legal. If you're a sole trader, you report your business's accounts on your self-assessment tax return each year to the HM Revenue and Customs or HMRC. However, if you're a director of a limited company, you will also need to submit a self-assessment tax return to HMRC for your personal income, but you will also have to submit annual accounts to Companies House and a company tax return for corporation tax to the HMRC. By diligently recording financial transactions, categorising your income and expenses, and keeping a track of financial documentation, you've created a solid foundation for regulatory compliance. This helps you avoid penalties, fines, or legal issues that can harm your business's reputation and bottom line. And again, if you have an accountant or bookkeeper that submits your end of year for you, then your fees will be much less if the bookkeeping is already to a very high standard and it's already accurate and you have all the financial documentation that is required. You also have to think about VAT. So if you turn over more than £85,000 in a 12-month rolling period, you will be required to register for VAT, value added tax. And that means that you will then need to add 20% VAT or whatever the current rate is at that time in case the government change it. At the moment it's 20%. To your invoices and pay that amount to the HMRC. Now, the other side of VAT is that you can reclaim VAT on business purchases made. So you need to keep hold of those financial documentation, those purchase invoices for the things you buy from the business, because as an allowable expense, you can reclaim that VAT, and those VAT returns need to be submitted quarterly via software using under the Making Tax Digital regulations. If you don't understand this or need any help, then do get in touch with us at ABCS UK. I will link it in the show notes, but the email address is website address is www.abcsuk.co.uk, or the email address is info@abcsuk.co.uk. And finally, having proper documentation helps you track your business's growth over time. Your entrepreneurial or business journey is a story of growth, and effective bookkeeping helps you write that story. By documenting your business's financial transactions, milestones and achievements, you create a historical record that showcases your progress and provides insights into your business's trajectory. Who knows, you could even turn that into a book someday for an additional stream of revenue. The historical perspective allows you to identify patterns, learn from past successes and challenges, and make informed projections for the future. For example, if you run a gym or fitness studio and diligently track your revenue, expenses, and how your membership grows over time, you'll be able to see how your business has evolved. And as business owners and entrepreneurs, we often forget how far we've come. So not only is this great for understanding your business's growth over time, not only is it great for potentially turning your journey into a book and becoming an author and using that as an additional stream of revenue. Sometimes when you're in that pit of despair or that low moment in your business, because it is a roller coaster, you have something to refer back to and realise just how far you've come. You might also notice that your revenue has steadily increased as you've introduced new fitness programs or expanded your class schedule in a gym. So arming yourself with information enables you to make data-driven decisions to further fuel your growth. You can invest in additional equipment or hire more instructors to meet the increasing demand, and only put on the classes that are the most attended or the ones that are the most profitable for you. My top tip of the week this week, if you do nothing else, is to start tracking your business's journey. Please make a note of the highs and make a note of the lows. Give yourself some actual data to look back on and realise just how far you've come. If you're an entrepreneur or a director of a limited company, you're already amazing. You're already doing the work. You're already on that journey. And there will be somebody that is 1 or 2 steps behind you who would love to be where you are. So please start making a note if you're not already. If you are already making notes and keeping a track of your journey, then go back and just see how far you've come. Celebrate yourself because you are amazing. So in summary, investing time and effort into maintaining effective bookkeeping practices is key to running a successful business. But remember, it's not just about compliance, the HMRC compliance, the VAT, the payroll, the corporation tax. It's about harnessing the power of your financial data to drive informed decision making, maximize your profits, and propel your business towards long-term success. If you do not understand bookkeeping or need any help getting your financial records in shipshape, then please do get in touch with us at ABCS UK. We're bookkeepers and accountants who are multi-award winning, and we really do care about your business. We'd love to have a chat and see if we can support you and what software and solutions we can help provide to make your life easier if you want to complete the bookkeeping yourself or if you want us to complete the bookkeeping for you. Again, the email address is info@abcsuk.co.uk, or the website is www.abcsuk.co.uk. You'll also find us on Instagram, LinkedIn, or Facebook, ABCS UK, accountancy, bookkeeping, communication, and support. I really hope you've enjoyed this week's episode, and I really look forward to speaking to you next week. And that brings us to the end of another week of the 3Bs podcast with Stephanie. Thank you so much for listening. I'd really appreciate it if you could like, subscribe, rate and review this podcast wherever you are listening to it, so that I can reach more business owners and help them build better businesses. See you next week for the next episode.